this is Alyssa Magnotti. I have been wanting to do a couple videos for a while, and I always have an excuse as to why I'm not going to do it. My recent one is that my hair got chopped off, and my new haircut is really short for me, even though I know it's not short for anybody else. But so there's always a reason, I guess, not to share, but I really feel like God's put some stuff on my heart that I want to share with people. Many of you know that I lost my sweet husband of 5 years to cancer, and it's been about 18 months. His name was Nick Magnotti, and he was absolutely amazing, and the father of my now almost 2.5-year-old daughter, Austin. Anyway, he kind of started the ball rolling with this idea that we should share in the lessons we were learning along the way as he was fighting cancer. He fought appendix cancer, actually. We need to raise awareness of that. So there's lots of information that I can give you maybe in another video, but I kind of wanted to follow in that idea here and share some thoughts on God's grace, actually, and his strength. So, so many people ask me all the time, and they had through when Nick was diagnosed with cancer, when we lost our baby, which was when he was in remission, and then we got pregnant again, and then he was diagnosed a second time, and then when I lost him, and even just now, you know, being a young widow, single mom for a long time. I'm actually dating right now. I found somebody, though. I've got a boyfriend taken. But they ask, you know, how do you do this? How are you so strong? I don't think I could do what you do or what you're doing. Honestly, my answer in my head is always like, yeah, I don't think I could do it either. Like, honestly, I don't think that I know I never expected to be in the position I've been in, or the different types of positions I've been in over the last couple years. And I could have never imagined being able to go through it. When I think about the future, at any given time, I can start to hyperventilate because I'm a control freak, and I like to know what's happening. I like to know the plan, and for the last, I guess 5 years or so, I haven't known the plan. Like, I have no idea what's going on. I'm always like, God, what are you doing? I'm so confused. This was not in my timeline. Something that one of my very dear friends, who has been a pastor to me for a long time, is now just a great mentor and influence on my life. He told me once that God never promised us grace or strength or peace for things that never happened. Or haven't happened yet, right? He only promises us enough grace and peace and strength for what's happening right now, for what's happening today. So I just took that to heart, because I spent so much time before Nick was sick, and when Nick was sick, and when I was pregnant, and when he was, even when he was passing, thinking, what am I going to do tomorrow, or 3 months down the road, or a year down the road? How am I going to do this? I can't be a single mom. I don't know how to do this. I can't be the wife of a cancer patient. I don't know how to go into a chemo appointment. I don't know how to stay calm during a 7.5-hour surgery. I can't do this. And I would think ahead and worry and worry and worry. But the Bible tells us not to worry. It tells us that God says that there's enough worries in the present day. We don't need to worry about the future, and that his grace will go with us as we move forward. And that's the biggest thing, and the biggest point I guess I'm trying to make today, is that even now I find myself worrying about silly things, or things that are going to maybe happen in the future, or what if they don't happen, or what if they happen this way or that way. And in the end, honestly, all we can do is enjoy right now. All we can do is do our very best with what we have today. So I would encourage you to enjoy your friends, enjoy your family, spend time with those that you love, make people's days better, and don't be so preoccupied with what's going to happen tomorrow, or what's not going to happen tomorrow, or next month, or the next year. There's so many things these days, and a lot, some of it's little stuff, but a lot of it is honestly stuff that I can't blame you for worrying about. Maybe you're worried because somebody's sick, or because, you're your kid is doing, having a hard time in school, or your grandmother passed away, or, there's so many things that are big deals. And I'm not saying that you can't feel bad about those things or have hard times. I'm just saying to maybe think about the fact that God's grace will be with you when and if you have to cross those bridges. But you can't picture what that situation will be like today in the future with God, because you don't know what God's going to do in the future. Does that make sense? So God's with you right now, but if you picture your future, you're picturing it outside of what God can do. So remember that the next time you find yourself worrying or driving in the car and like bumping along, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh crap, I forgot my cat has a tumor and I don't know what I'm going to do. That sounds lame, but honestly, that's sad too. I lost my dog last summer too, to cancer, which is depressing. But anyway, she's good now. She's with Nick. So anyway, but you can really make sure that you want to really make sure that you learn from my mistakes, that you learn from the days that I spent worrying and the hours that I spent worrying, instead of just enjoying the time that I had and crossing those bridges when I got there, because Jesus was going to cross them with me anyway. So there was no point in me sitting and sulking and trying to figure out what was going to happen if something happened. Anyway, I'm great at rambling, so I'm going to stop, and I hope you guys are having a great day and that you enjoyed this video. I'm planning on releasing a few more in the coming weeks. They're not anything fancy, just some of my thoughts and the lessons that I've learned. So hope you liked it, and there's a Mariners game tonight. I'm going to go Mariners. Bye!